Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna here. Basically, we are discussing another topic, that is city creation. In this, we are discussing another topic, that is this file. In this, one of the person told that Sunil Arnar basically told that this land is going to divide one day, and this is that land area basically which does not exist in the map only basically. Then if does not exist in the map, basically how the France is going to check that which is that land. So for that basically he prepared one plan. He have the control of each and every land. So he told that basically we will create one earthquake basically. Magnitude will be this, and it is going to shake the entire world. Magnitude will be normal basically across the world, but one area basically where the point will be there some big disaster will happen. So that was the thing basically. So he pointed few countries basically. So in this he may have one software basically. In that software basically each and every magnitude of earthquake basically is getting tracked of each and every lands basically. So from that basically he tracked that basically each and every things basically are each and every, for example, the world length is the world width basically is 3000 kilometer, just taking as an example, 3000 kilometer. And he basically say that in this 2000 as in that basically in world basically is having around 1 lakh kilometer area. In 1 lakh kilometer area the 90,000 area basically is staying the in 90,000 area basically the people are staying, in 10,000 people basically are not staying. So they basically given the earthquake in 10,000 area also basically. But they told that basically few area basically was missing basically. They basically told that we have to go to that physical area, and then basically we have to track basically whether there's people are staying or basically their underground people are staying or not basically. That type of stuff basically, because softwares basically are there which tracks the undergrounds area also. So they told that basically we will track that also basically. So they basically tracked that also, and then basically they tracked the stuff basically. They started telling that basically this is the area basically which we had not taken in the map. So they taken that area also, and then basically again they have given some earthquakes in that area only basically. Rest of area was checked. Rest of area basically was checked. They have the control of that area, but this area basically they missed. There basically they were keeps giving earthquake, keeps giving earthquake, keep giving earthquake. And they basically we are watching basically the underground anybody is there or not. Because if earthquake will happen basically, then underground people basically will get out also. Underground people basically will going to get out also. So they told that let me see basically whether the people are getting out or not basically. So they are basically keeps on giving earthquake, keeps on giving earthquake, keeps on giving earthquakes. But people basically are not giving out. So they basically told that that is also not area basically. Like this basically they keeps on giving the earthquake, and that is the plan of the France group basically. They told that basically this is the plan, and like this basically we are going to be executing the plan. If earthquake will happen basically, then the people here are 100%. For example, if earthquake is happening in some city basically, right? As in that basically earthquake is happening in some city, as in that in the some area basically, then that whenever the building is going to shake basically, the people are going to stay in building basically. No, they are not going to stay. They are 100% going to come out from the building. So like this basically they are going to check each and every stuff basically. They want to check basically from where the things are basically getting controlled. Then one of the person told that by giving earthquake basically they can track by earthquake basically they can track that basically this is the land and the people basically are staying here basically, and they are coming out basically, they are not doing the work. So like this basically they are going to track basically. No, that is not possible. They are not going to track that. Like this basically they can only basically able to track that basically here people basically are staying, nothing else basically they can do. But who is controlling whom basically, that basically it's very difficult to say. that is very difficult to tell. Like this stuffs are basically there. So like this he checks the stiff earthquake thing basically. Then he told that basically how the systems are basically getting control. How the systems are basically getting control. For that basically what would be the plan basically? To check the system basically, the from where the death basically are coming, from where the monies are getting allocated, then how the stuff basically are having, how the new blood cells is getting activated, that type of thing basically how they can how they can track that basically, because by tracking this way only basically the stuff basically can work. So they basically told that that is actually very difficult to track that basically, that is actually very difficult. They told that that is actually very difficult to track. They told that each and every people basically what they are doing basically, that we have the control of each and every blood cells into our computer basically. So that way basically we can handle, that way we have control of each and every people basically. But the who is doing what basically, and the stuff basically which he is doing basically, that is controlling us basically, that how basically we can check, that is also question basically. How basically you can say that that person is controlling you, that is also one of the question na, basically. How he for example, as if that France president is visiting America, so he got the information that basically he have to visit the America, but from where he got the information, he basically when he tracks, then basically it's very difficult to track basically, because he will reach to this land only basically, that is this land, and this land basically is not in the map only basically, then how basically you are going to track basically. There basically the vehicle will not go, the plane will not go, the bus will not go, nothing basically, trail will not go, then basically how you are going to reach this area basically. That's basically the stuff basically, how you can say that the from this area basically you have to go to this area. This land basically is not reachable to world only basically, the communication is also basically not there, there basically the private communication channels are there, and they are directly connected to the satellites. So earth planet this much area basically is not dependent only basically, so this is totally independent area basically, totally independent area basically. Totally independent area, totally independent area. So you can just imagine basically, like this way stuffs are handling. So you will see basically from where basically currently what is the earthquake basically seen, what is the earthquake scene basically, that we will see. What is the earthquake scene? Is there any earthquake in India? See basically in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh basically, in border basically earthquake has happened just now. Himachal Pradesh also earthquake is there. Then Himachal Pradesh. So few earthquake basically. We searched basically earthquake in India in previous video, but that time basically it was not there. Currently basically we can see the earthquake basically. See. So one of the person told that this land basically you have to track basically. For that basically France is telling that we are preparing the plan.